Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy November 1st. I hope you all had a very, very happy Halloween if you celebrated it, and also Samhain if you celebrated that. So, welcome everyone. It is November 1st. If you didn't get a chance to see, I actually, let's see if we can get the right microphone going on. I actually dropped November 2023 video on YouTube last night. And the first portion, the first 15 minutes, is a general reading. And then there are timestamps for all the signs for one card. So please make sure you're looking at your sun, your moon, and your rising sign and get a complete picture of November. And also, doing a lot of ums this morning. Hello. All right, we're going to settle. I did actually use my Archangel Metatron spray that I got from celestialcolors.co.uk, Amanda Ellis. So shout out to her. And yeah, here we are. Hello. Good morning. First cup of coffee. Had the debrief from the kid and the grandkid. So Halloween went really well last night. They totally enjoyed their really first excursion. Last year, my granddaughter was just a year, so it really wasn't a big hoopla. But this year, she actually got to go to the door and do the whole trick-or-treating thing. So really cool. So good morning, everyone. Good morning to those of you watching on the replay. So please heart, subscribe, like my page. Interact. Please interact. If you've not liked my Facebook page, please do, because I will be going live at different points. And if you're liked the Facebook page, you'll actually get notification when I go live. Probably going to be doing some coffee and cards in the near future, just because we haven't had Tarot Tuesday in now 2 weeks. So let's do coffee and cards today or tomorrow, not sure. Then on Facebook, if you subscribe, or on YouTube, if you subscribe, you'll get notification if you hit the notification bell. So all kinds of good stuff going on. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I wanted to come on this morning, do daily guidance. Yesterday's was pretty like no joke. Good morning, Cynthia. If you've not had a chance to check out yesterday's daily guidance or the November readings, I would absolutely encourage you to do so, because I know we're all feeling these energies as we move forward from the eclipse, right? So I was actually, if you didn't get a chance to see the November reading, definitely check it out, because even like you, right? I was wondering, what is November going to bring us? Oh my gosh, because I've been through it, right? But yes, things are going to be shifting in a nice positive way in November. So check that out if you haven't. But today, what does Spirit want to bring through today? So I'm actually going to use, this was the deck that I was called to use in that reading, the Archangel Power Tarot card by Radley Valentine. This is one of the very first tarot decks that I had, because I wasn't, when I started readings for people, really sharing my gifts, I wasn't connecting with a traditional tarot deck, a Rider-Waite deck. I didn't study the tarot. Wasn't anything I was ever really into. So I was using oracle decks that were based on tarot decks. And those are still the decks that if you've been following me, those are the decks that I really resonate with. I don't really resonate with a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. Maybe someday down the road, I'll actually take a tarot class using the traditional deck, but I read intuitively. Always have, and probably always will. So that Spirit comes in and gives us the message that we need. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to continue doing that. I don't see that changing anytime soon. So I'm just going to shift my keyboard out of the way, make myself some space here so I can actually... It's been interesting since I've incorporated the microphone, trying to figure out like where to put my hands, where to put the decks, how to shuffle the decks with them in my hand, kind of a thing, right? We're getting there. It's all a learning curve, right? It's all a learning curve. So yes, November 1st. Welcome, November. Welcome, November. I didn't actually even tune in to see what Spirit wanted to give me for like a title So yeah, I'm not really sure what Spirit's bringing us today at all. So that's why I used my Archangel Metatron spray to kind of tune in so we can get some much needed messages, because I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of transition and change right now as situations evolve. These energies really shift us. All right, so the message has begun. I love Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenge alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Yeah. So 5 of Ariel definitely wants you to not overthink anything, right? Not negative thoughts bring, self-fulfilling prophecy. So change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. This is a day to really look at how you're thinking about things. Are you letting an old program just run in behind the thought patterns, right? Are you letting the old programming just have that negative self-talk running in the background, right? And today would be a day to really look at that and say, you know what? That's not what I want. How can I manifest what I do want if I'm letting those negative thoughts be the program, right? That I don't deserve, that I'm not good enough, that I don't have what it takes. It's all BS. It's all the old programming. And this is where we don't want those negative thoughts becoming the self-fulfilling prophecy. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So if you keep telling the universe you don't deserve, then the universe is like, okay, you don't deserve. If you tell the universe, I do deserve, and then the universe says, okay, you do deserve. But sometimes we don't even recognize what we're putting out there, the energy that we're putting out, because we don't recognize that we have that negative thought pattern running in the background, the resentment running in the background, the betrayal, the abandonment, the emotions that have been there so long, they're just really, really comfortable. And for some of us, they're so comfortable, the thought of changing them terrifies us. So today, it's really about getting into, what am I thinking? What is that programming that's running in the background? Yeah, because the Knight of Michael is coming in strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. Yeah, and this is why, because things are going to take off. November, if you watched my November reading, if you haven't, definitely check it out after this. But yeah, things are going to take off in a new direction. What that new direction is, though, is going to be definitely impacted by what you're thinking, what the program is, right? So if you're in the I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, anger, if you're holding on to anger, anything that as above, so below, as within, so without, right? If your inner is negative and not feeling good, not feeling strong, then that's what you're going to pull to you. So yeah, things are going to take off, but you're like, well, they're taking off in a negative direction. Well, it's because you're still feeling that negative direction. You have to pull yourself out of it, and somehow gratitude journaling it up, change that vibration that you're putting out so that you can connect into and have what you want. Sorry, guys, got this cough, and I'm not sick. It's really just a cough. So the world is coming out. Archangel Michael, a very happy ending is coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Yeah, through this change, you're bringing in the spiritual insight or having spiritual insight. For some of you, you're just gaining spiritual insight going, oh my gosh, the reason that I haven't gotten that new job is because I keep telling myself I don't deserve it. Oh my gosh, the reason I'm not having my most compatible soulmate is because I keep thinking about the past bad one. I am so sorry. Yeah, it's time. It's time for things to take off in a positive direction. It's time for you to have what you want. So in this energy of transformation, where you have been shown, all right, these eclipses have totally shown you true colors or where you need a change. And now it's time to make the change in November 1st. It's time to make the change, right? So Archangel Raphael is coming in. Gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Yeah. The page of Raphael is coming in to say it's time. It's time to have the new. It's time to have the new relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's a job, whatever it is. But you have now had the emotional insights that you need. And what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with them? Are you going to say, yep, that person's right, I am an awful person? No, right? You're going to say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to heal, Archangel Raphael. I'm ready for you to come in and heal me, right? Heal my emotional body. Because I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for this world. I'm ready for this shift. I'm not thinking those negative thoughts anymore. I'm not putting myself in that old category, right? As within, so without. I have to shift my inner dialogue so that I can start manifesting in the external what it is I do want. And this is what I want. I want the most compatible soulmate. And for some of you, that most compatible soulmate's right there in the wings, waiting to be let in. Or that career or that job that you applied to 6 months ago, but the energies weren't right for it. And now it's like, you're going to get the offer, but are you ready to accept the offer? Are you believing that you deserve the offer? So today, the energy has shifted, is shifting. Are you shifting with it? And that's what you're called to being asked. Are you shifting with it so that you can have the very full circle and happy ending? Because if you're not shifting with it, if you're still going, I don't deserve, I'm not good enough, you're still holding on to any of the old energy, it's not going to be as big as it could be. And that's what I'm feeling today. Like we want it to be big, right? But we have to do the work. It's funny, I just actually got off the call with someone who was like, I think I need more IET. I'm like, yes, I'm here for you when you're ready, right? So for those of you who have like been on a healing journey and maybe you paused it or you have been wanting to start it, right? This would be really good energy to do that with so that you can start having what it is you do want. Just going to grab one of these messages from the guides cards from James Van Praagh. Yeah, practice moderation. Yeah, not everything has to be gotten in a day. And for some of you, like you're so ready to receive, don't overdo. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. That nothing has to be gotten in a day. I tell people this all the time in a reading where it's a pretty big message, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah, that's where you're going. That's where you're heading, right? You're heading to the happy ending. Oh, I did it, didn't I? Shuffled the card. Did I shuffle? I do this all the time. You people have to tell me not. Oh, there it is. Not to do that. Don't shuffle the cards until you're done, right? Yeah, you're ready for this. You're ready for the shift. You've been ready for the shift for a while now, right? But there's still work to do on the inside, so that you can have the external. Like if some of you are going to have some good things showing up in November, absolutely. Like that's just because of the astrological alignments that are starting to really come into fruition, right? But for those of you who are like really still stuck, they may not feel as good as they could, or you may hold them off, not allow them in because of whatever you're holding on to. And that's what we have to be careful of, right? Not blocking our blessings with the old programming. Oh, I love that, Cynthia. Adirondha says, what you think and say is your purchase order to the universe. Make them positive. I love it. Okay, so who's coming in to help us, or what's the advice from Spirit as things really start to come into happy conclusion and shifts and opportunities that are showing up, right? What is the advice? Yeah, because it's time. Look at that. It's time for harmony and resolution. It's time for harmony and resolution. That's what the energy is. You're coming into harmony and resolution. So put out the positive thought, the positive idea, the positive belief, the positive feeling. So you can have your harmony and resolution. The other one that wanted to come out too. Yeah, there it is. And this is why. This is what is stumping some of you. You're like, I don't know why I can't get exactly what I want. And this is why. We have to do some inner child healing. We have to do some inner child healing to get the real harmony and resolution that you're looking for. Letting go of those old programs, letting go of those old thought patterns. And that's where energy healing, Reiki, IET can help you. There's many more out there, whatever you're called to. I can help you with those too, right? I'm not going to be offering Reiki as a separate. I've always done IET or Reiki in my IET sessions when it's been called for. So just know that if you do book an IET session or package, that if Reiki is called for, you will receive Reiki. And I always tell you that. And there's so many people, it's so kind of cool. They're like, I felt it. Because it is a different energy than the angelic energy that IET uses. It is a different frequency. So I think it's really cool when people are like, I felt it. I felt the difference. And it's going to go where it needs to go. Just like the IET, the angels are going to use your intention. Reiki is going to then flow to where you need it. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this coming year, I'll actually change it to like some kind of energy healing session versus just one or the other, because I know that I do use both. But those of you who want more information on IET can actually go to my website, guidance311.com. There's actually a whole IET page explaining what IET is, what a session feels like or looks like, and there's lots of testimonials about the benefits of IET and how people have enhanced their lives. So let's do a little pick a card. I think that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a pick a card. So for those of you who are like wanting some answers, let's do pick a card with the angel answers. So feel free to take a nice deep breath. Think about a question you want help with, an answer to. I wouldn't overthink it. I'd say the thing that's really right predominantly on your mind, the thing that you've really been like, I need help with, and I'm not, getting the help, or I don't feel like the help is coming in, right? So we have 1, 2, 3. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Be drawn to it. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Feel into it. Don't try to overthink it. Just the one that maybe your eyes went to first. Don't second guess yourself. Go with your first impression. Right? Yeah, Cynthia, sometimes I felt the Reiki right away and sometimes not until a week or more after an IET session. Yeah. Sometimes with the IET also, there's been many people who, have a session and it's a week later, which is why I do virtual sessions. I do a debriefing, 20-minute free call as part of your session after the initial session, just because that's when sometimes you can feel the impact or where the IET has done some releasing and transforming and putting back in support, right? Sometimes with IET, it does take a minute to really feel the impact of it. After an IET session virtually, I do send you an email with kind of like who was in your session, if someone more than just, sorry. The 9 healing angels. If you had a crossed over loved one come in, if you had an ascended master come in, if you had another archangel come in, I put that in your email. And also kind of what I felt released, where the areas of work that we did from my perspective. And then that 20-minute session a week later is for you to kind of say, okay, this is what I felt. And this is what I have, what has been felt or realized since, right? So just know that the IET session, there is support from me as well as your angels after the session. So, and especially if you do a package, the package is where you get real discount, and actually the deep discount is in the 6-session package or 12-session package. So yeah, the sessions end up being like over 30% off each session. So it ends up being a nice deep discount. So those packages are there on my website. For those of you who are like, I don't want to go into the next year with all this BS. I don't want to go into this next year with what I'm carrying. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to move through it. I'm ready to release it. I'm ready for it to be transformed, right? Physical abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, narcissistic abuse, people pleasing, addictions, sugar addictions, drug addictions, all kinds of addictions, right? Addictive personality. For those of you who have really had, grew up in that family that was just emotionally shut down, right? Whether it was alcoholism or, just some kind of PTSD on the part of your parents, whatever it was, we all have something. We all have something that we've been holding on to and carrying from our childhood, that you get to a point and you're like, I'm just done. I'm done with carrying it. I need the help to release that last bit or get over the hurdle of the blockages that I've been encompassing because I've been trying to manifest and it's not coming in, or it's not coming in the way that I would want it to, as fast as I would want it to, as big as I would want it to. I've been getting like the trickles. I've been getting the little stuff, but now I want to really change my situation. I want to really go for it, right? Go big or go home. And IET can help you do that. And that's why I've been so passionate about it for all these years. So, okay, here we go. Number 1, the reason things have not been working out the way that you wanted to is because there's something better. You have to remember, your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters have the playbook, right? We, in our limited human perspective, think that we know what's good for us, what's right for us. But we get frustrated when the thing that we're really working towards doesn't work out, or that thing that we really, really want doesn't fall into our lap, right? And it's because there's something better. So whatever it is you've been trying to manifest that hasn't been working out, whatever it is you've been really working towards that just hasn't come into fruition in the way that you wanted it to, right? It's because there's something better. It's not because you're doing something wrong. It's not because you don't deserve it. It's because there is something better, and you have to allow the something better in. So keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Number two, communicate clearly. This is where I'm feeling like for some of you, you think the other person should know. You think they're getting, your actions are speaking. They're not. You think they should know you well enough to know what you're thinking, and they don't. So I feel like for those of you who are having a hard time kind of articulating or saying what you need, right? That's what's needed in this situation, that you're going to have to put into words what it is that you're wanting, because the clues or the expectation that they'll know it's not there. It's not there. It's not because they don't want it to be there. It's just either they're stuck in their own stuff, or they have no idea. They have no idea what you really want. And you think they should, but they don't. So you have to ask for what you need. You have to communicate clearly. And I know that for some of you, you're terrified because you're so used to being criticized and judged, or you're so used to being pushed to the side, that there's this throat chakra blockage that you're really, really dealing with. So it's been hard for you to communicate clearly. So probably why I was talking about IET, because that can definitely help you with that. And then number 3, this is why it's not working out. This is why it's not working out. It's not a hard no. This isn't the no with the exclamation point, but this is definitely the no, not right now. So divine timing might be at play in this, but I would say turn your attention to something that will work out. Turn your attention to something that there is energy around. Steps have been gained. But whatever it is that you're working on right now, that just there's no energy, there's no movement, move on. Move on. It may come back around, but this is not the time. All right. So I hope that helped. Don't forget, I've dropped November on my YouTube channel, and definitely check out the signs for your moon, your sun, and your rising. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day after Halloween, November 1st. Here we go. And yeah, if you're ready to go into the new year better, more able, happier, be able to manifest, definitely check out my IET packages. It is time. It is time. It is time to be the most authentic you. It is time to love yourself, give to yourself. And yeah, you can actually ask for gift certificates. I have gift certificates on my website. If you want to say hey to your significant other, your family, or your friends, be like, if you don't know what to get me, this is what I'd really like. You can send them the link. So that's super simple. And then for those of you who are ready to share your gifts, the Evidential Medium class is coming January 11th. So that is going to be virtual. So wherever you are in the world, you can join me for 5 nights, January into February, Wednesday nights for an hour and a half. And we're going to really help you take your mediumship, your gifts to the next level, whatever the next level is for you. And for some of you that will be sharing, and for some of you that'll just be getting into connection in a way that you can feel comfortable for yourself. But whatever part of that spectrum you're on, that Evidential Medium course, it will help you move that needle so that you can start to really trust and act on your own gifts. All right, guys. So sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Happy hump day. Bye, guys.